Well, let's just go straight to the IGN trailer and ignore all that.
Take the gun. Leave the shelter. Over the mountain.
Yeah, that wavy thing in my vision was kind of weird. It's not happening anymore.
Across the deserts.
Monster.
Go east.
What type of
Make some friends.
Terminator / Matrix?
Be powerful.
Arachnophobia. Spider-Man? Is that actual Spider-Man? T-Rex? Co-op. I think this is in that same vein as what's the one on Steam right now? Remnant?
Finish your mission.
Oh, he's wild, dude. Man Spider? Remnant 2 MMO edition?
Find a new dog.
Massive multiplayer online? I mean, what's teased here doesn't seem bad. But how does it actually play? Beta test in July. Sign up now. We're already, what are we? Isn't this August? Yeah, we're already in August. The beta preload is today? What? What are we looking at here? Do not unplug the disk while reading data. There's too many themes. Wild West, Eastern, post-apocalyptic, steampunk. What is this game trying to be? I think it's trying to be a money suck. Right? Like it's supposed to take your cash, make you feel a little bit. What? Wish list on Steam, preload now. That's it? It's just like in there? Is that safe? Is this safe? Is that safe, my man? It's on my system. I'll let you know if it. Please? What the hell? Alright, I guess we're gonna call this games and demos. Why not? Ashfall. Beta. Preload. Pog. Cause why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Ah, fuck it. Ashfall, save, let's go. Yeah, this does not look safe at all. I think my whole shit's gonna crash right now. Holy shit. I've never seen anything download like that in Google. It usually just goes straight down into the whatchamacallit. This thing's gonna destroy my PC. Kaz, how could you do this to me? New adventure. A vast world of a post-apocalyptic wasteland waits to be unraveled. Pioneering adventure experiences dawn through the clash and fusion of different civilizations. A synergy of unique Eastern elements and wasteland culture, embellished by innovative plot settings, accompanies you to embark on this incredible and mysterious journey. You don't like two blah blah blah. What is it? 20 gigabyte viruses. No, Kaz, I don't. I can't say. Can't say I like 20 gigabyte viruses. Let's knock on wood. Hans Zimmer is involved. The Hans dude. That means the music already top notch. You just know that. Steve Mazzaro. Steve has given title credits on No Time to Die, Army of Thieves, the Rhythm section, and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay, none of those. These. Okay. What am I gonna say? This guy has worked on video games, but he's not a Hans Zimmer of video games. Does that make sense? Like, that's why he's top bill here. But, and he's the fucking the fucking the music of he's just the musician, the person who's just making the music. The music of Ashfall will be co-produced by the Oscar winner and Hollywood score master Hans Zimmer, Steve Mazzaro, and Inon Zur. Oh, so these are all of the music people. Boom. Oh, that makes sense. He has worked on release titles including Fallout 3, Prince of Persia, Dragon Age Origins, and Fallout New. Okay, so these two are the goats. This guy, respectfully, is like sandwiched in here, and that's cool. So maybe this is like his proving ground game. I like that. I actually kind of like that. Wow. But they got the Hans here. I mean, you kind of just want to load it up just for that. You know, just to see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this game is literally frying my PC. God damn it, guys. Exhilarating combat. Survival is the biggest challenge. Pick up your weapon and face the dangers and challenges head on. Are you ready to do what it takes to survive? This thing is 6.8 gigabytes out of 20. 8 minutes left. All right, what do we do in the meantime? Should we watch the video hating on it? 10 months ago. Let's be fair to the game. 10 months ago, that's a little old. It's a little old. But why avoid this MMO? Oh no.
Today's video is sponsored by Raycon and their.
It's safe, bro. Chill. This motherfucker's talking about avoid this MMO. Okay. Let's see why.
Today's video is sponsored by Raycon and their everyday earbuds. Stay tuned for later in the video to find out more. In the never-ending search for new
Can't sign up with your email in the game? And it is just an exe file.
interesting games to play, every once in a while I'll come across.
Hold on. Olon. Olon. Okay, this is annoying. Ain't no disc. Hold up the site. Oh, speaking of loading, since we're just downloading things willy-nilly, show queue. I'm just gonna. Oh shit! I've been redlining my PC today. I got the Master Chief Collection and As Dusk Falls during this stream. That's mad. That's mad. Update League of Legends, which by the way, I am going to try that game soon. I don't know if I should try it with like somebody holding my hand though, because it does seem like a lot. How do you download? Man, there's nowhere to sign up, dude. There's nowhere to put your email. Do we join the Ashfall Discord? I don't think. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. No. Like just respectfully, like I want to sink my teeth in first before I know if this is something that I want to be signing up for everything and all that. Pre-register. Reservation. I don't think this is for access to the game. I think this might be for some like. Hold on, might as well just do it. North America, PC, whatever. You weren't registered. Join us on Discord. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good though.
It's a title that at first looks and sounds really cool, giving me like a glimmer of hope that it's going to be a game that I can look forward to playing in the future. But then I get let down. Tokyo Game Show kicked off a few days ago. This yearly event tends to bring a handful of interesting new announcements. One that initially caught my eye this time around was the reveal of a new third-person action shooter MMO called Ashfall. The game was said to be inspired by the Fallout series, set in a post-apocalyptic world, but with a unique twist as it leans more into an Eastern aesthetic. And you know what? That is an interesting idea. We do not have many Eastern-inspired post-apocalyptic games. It is a cool idea for a setting. Details were pretty thin around the reveal, but I thought the premise sounded good. They said that after a rogue AI nuked the world, we would be playing as wanderers emerging from these vaults, that sounds familiar, and must battle mutated enemies, navigate unpredictable weather, and search for the core of creation to save humanity. I liked the concept art that they were showing a lot, actually. The stuff looked pretty amazing with a lot of really interesting looking post-apocalyptic locations and vistas. I think this stuff looks pretty neat. And even the name, Ashfall, I think is pretty good as far as video game names go. On top of that, the game's music is said to be co-produced by Hans Zimmer, a very prolific composer known for some incredible movie scores. So everything sounded pretty awesome, actually. Like, up to this point, I was pumped to learn more. And hey, if you tell me that you're making a new MMO and you've got like an interesting setting and some cool features and stuff, that is usually enough to keep me interested in following up with the game and trying to figure out more about it. Well,
Same.
unfortunately, didn't take long for the excitement to be drained from my soul as they rolled out the world premiere announcement trailer, and well, it was something. It opened up with a few panoramic shots of environments and different locales, and yeah, everything looked a little dated here.
Not drained from your soul.
This visual stuff when it comes to an MMO, right? That wasn't until they got to showing us the gameplay. Holy recoil, Batman! Like seriously, what is going on here? It is so outlandish looking, it almost feels like a joke. But beyond that, all of the gameplay that they showcased here in the last half of the trailer, it looks super basic and really rough. The animations, the textures, the fidelity. With every new cut that popped up, my interest level was progressively dropping. And also, what is up with these massive bullet holes in the middle of the screen? Like this looks awful. Well, then we got.
By the way, this is in 2x speed, so like all of this bullet smudging that's happening right now, you can imagine is just double double the time. But like, look at this. Watch this.
Locales, and yeah, everything looked a little dated here.
Get to this gameplay. What the hell? Like, where are the bullets? But then again, this was 10 months ago. And this is talking about a reveal pretty much just straight up last year. Like, straight. Like, probably more than a year ago, so.
And there it is. The platforms for this game include PC
Rubber bullets?
and mobile. Now, typically, this is where the story would end for me. Like, okay, they're clearly making a phone game. They're bringing it to PC, but it's designed with a handheld and phone gameplay in mind. That explains the visuals and the smaller environments, although I've seen plenty of phone games that look better than this and are in bigger world spaces than this, but whatever. They're releasing a game for phones. It's coming to PC. It's clearly not for me. Like, this isn't a game for me. They're not making it for me. Whatever. I'll move on, right? And I did. I went about my day, was just putzing around the internet, and then all of a sudden, I happened to notice that IGN was about to go live with a world premiere gameplay showcase for Ashfall. So I'm like, okay, there's got to be something redeeming going on here, right? Maybe the first trailer didn't show enough of the game. It was only 2 minutes long after all. And hey, it's IGN. They're a fairly respectable, well, they're fairly established. They're a fairly established outlet. They're not going to cover a game that's total trash garbage, right? Like, if they're doing a world premiere
Yes, they will.
Okay, so they usually try to do this for stuff that's
Yes, they will. They will cover a totally trash and garbage game. Yes.
We're going to be interested
They
in. This
will.
must be one of those cases, right?
Holy
I should
crap.
look into it. And I did. After playing the initial reveal trailer that I had already watched, the stream opened up with our host giving a basic overview of the game. And as he's running through the script here and reading off like the bullet points of the title, I couldn't help but notice on the 2 screens that he's standing between, it said presented by Ashfall. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting wording. It almost sounds like it's sponsored, but it doesn't explicitly say sponsored. It says presented by. Anyway, let's move on. The developer then showed up and he said some pretty interesting stuff.
Our studio is much into Wasteland, and I see myself a big fan of Fallout series and the Wasteland series integrated some unique Eastern vibes, such as various Chinese-style buildings, monsters, and folk customs.
I love this. It sounds fantastic. They're big fans of Fallout and Wasteland. They want to make a game
It's
like that.
done.
They show their developers working on some stuff, some concept art, some environmental set pieces. It all looks cool. It sounds great. It's a great idea for a game. It's a great setting and a great premise.
Oh
Like,
my
all good so
God,
far.
hold
I've
up.
got a gameplay video showing some scenarios and the parts of the combat system.
Okay, here we go. They're gonna show some actual gameplay. Let's jump in. Oh my god, dude, the recoil looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. And there it is again. There it is, presented by Ashfall. What is this presented by? What? So this bit of gameplay here that we saw has confirmed my suspicions. It is bad. This looks like a really bad game. All of the animations, the shooting, how the characters react, the movements, the nameplates, even the font and the damage number pop-ups. It's just not good. It looks underpolished, not finished, not fully fleshed out, also not very cohesive. There's also some really odd and funny things that I noticed here and there as well. Like, for example, the first boss that they fought was called Cafeteria Supervisor. And then also, some of the enemies, when they die, instead of having an animation they go through, they would just collapse to the floor as if their bones and their bodies just vanished. This wasn't all the case, though. Like, some of them actually had proper animations. Other enemies just kind of collapsed. They just collapsed in place. It's very strange looking. And this presented by Ashfall thing kept on popping up throughout the stream. And at this point, it was driving me nuts. Like, I had to find out for sure. Is this a sponsored stream? They're not explicitly saying sponsor. It doesn't say it in the video description or anything. It doesn't actually explicitly say it in the video. But I did some digging around and I found out, yeah, it looks like this is just the phrasing that IGN uses for sponsorships. A couple of months ago, they had a live stream kind of similar in style to this one for Halo Infinite's campaign, and that was presented by Pop-Tarts. Now, I thought you had to say sponsored or hashtag ad when you were doing something that you were getting paid for. I thought those were the rules, basically. I don't know. Can we just say presented by? Like, you know, how today's video is presented by Raycon? Yes, that's right. Thank you once again to Raycon and their affordable, high-quality wireless earbuds for sponsoring this video, specifically the everyday earbuds.
Shout out to Raycons. I have 4.
Okay, so now that we've established, it is clear that IGN was paid to do this. This was a sponsored stream. They just label it as presented by. It was driving me crazy. I had to get to the bottom of it, but it's pretty obvious that that's what's happening. That's also obvious because of the quality of this game, which was just further reinforced the more and more I watched the stream. We got a few more gameplay sections. We saw some fights against a few basic enemies. There were a couple of boss fights and some more environmental shots. And
Honestly, I'm kind of scared of the fact that this is a mobile game and like coming from mobile and whatnot. I'm scared of this being some kind of like malware, to be honest with you. Or at least just like a portal for people to I don't know, port malware over to me, right? Because aren't some games like that wherein they're just not safe? I'm still extracting this fillet. Gotcha games usually play on both platforms and they're good on PC. All right, well, we have 40 minutes. Let's finish this.
actually, this is what got me the most because I actually really like the look of some of this stuff. And again, it is a great concept for a game setting, this Eastern post-apocalyptic MMO, but just about everything about their execution looks really bad. And the execution when it comes to a game is the important part. Then the stream touched on the fact that the music in this game was being co-produced by Hans Zimmer, like I mentioned, but also Steve Mazzaro and Anon Zur. So Zimmer wasn't here, but the other two were. Anon Zur mentioned that he worked on the music for other Fallout games. In fact, I did some digging and he worked on the music for Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4, as well as Dragon Age Origins, just to name a few titles. He's done some great work in a lot of video games. And Steve Mazzaro has worked on a ton of big budget films like Dune, Top Gun Maverick,
Oh, wow.
Dunkirk, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, wow.
His list
Dunkirk.
goes on and on. These are some very talented composers. And you know what? The music that they showed in these trailers and even in the background of this IGN stream, it was all really pretty good sounding, like high quality stuff. And it feels like sort
The core gameplay doesn't look bad necessarily, but it does look
of
basic.
waste because it's clearly going in what.
And by the
looks
way,
to be
a part of the core gameplay is like the environments and whatnot.
garbage game.
And what it looked like to me was that this game was a well, like an explorative
And then
MMO
they jumped
RPG
into
type.
a Let's Play with
But
the
these-
host of the
these
stream
environments
actually
look
getting some hands-on
so
time. We started off
limited.
with a look at the character creator, and hey, this actually looks pretty decent. It looks like there are quite a few things that you can customize. But then hold up, what is this? Set your prototype? These icons look identical to Fallout, like a straight up ripoff, nearly the same type of icon that Bethesda uses for their Fallout trait system. Like to an infringing degree. It is ridiculous, the similarities, how they look, how they're presented, the coloring, the styling, nearly everything about it, except these ones are a
Asian.
bit uglier, dare I say. Okay, so
I
the
wouldn't.
host
I
keeps
mean,
on playing.
it's just
He
an
went through
Asian
some
dude. It's just a little Asian dude is what I'm talking about.
different gameplay bits. We saw him engage in some combat scenarios. He did some fighting of a boss.
Shouldn't
and it
steal,
all just
Kaz. You
continued
gotta
to
be
look
inspired
rough
by-
and very small. Again, everything we see here seems
And you shouldn't do it because, I mean, people can literally just shut down your game if you do
very
that.
small scale, tiny corridors, small combat arenas. They even had a long stretched out section where they were moving through what looks to be the player town, and everything was very, very, very tiny. So it does seem that once again, I have been baited by a developer slapping the MMO label on their game when clearly there is nothing massive going on within it. So at this point,
I'm getting the same vibes. I'm getting very similar vibes.
Ashfall exploration adventure, like I've reached the bottom of the barrel. There's clearly nothing
But this was 10 months
worthwhile
ago.
or redeeming here in this game. As I mentioned, this is obviously a game designed for phones, poorly at that, but they also plan to release to PC. It will be coming to Steam. The full release is scheduled, I guess, for sometime in 2023. It's obvious that this is, as of now, set to be a dumpster fire. They would have to do some pretty big overhauls for this to be anything remotely worth playing. But, you know, the curiosity had gotten me searching further in vain, it seems. The fact that this is, like, not a good game, obviously, isn't even the whole story. I did some searching in preparation for putting this video together. A couple of Google searches had me coming across it.
Just tell me that there's malware and or spyware involved and I'll delete it now.
This article, A Tale of Two Ashfalls. All right, what's going on, I said. So I jumped in, and apparently earlier in the year, video game developer Lithos approached NetEase with a pitch for an in-development title that they were working on, a post-apocalyptic PvEVP game that went by the name Ashfall. Yep, Ashfall, the same name of the NetEase game that we've been looking at throughout the course of the video.
No.
However, it is not that same game. The studio's CEO, Michael Mumbauer, said, "We showed Ashfall to NetEase at the beginning of this year. If you're wondering why there are two games named Ashfall in production, it's pretty easy to deduce why that might be the case if you look at the timeline of events. They passed on our game, but they liked the name." The funniest thing about this is that this name change literally just happened. Ashfall, the game that we've been looking at in this video, was going by the name Project 56 as recently as this month. They held a beta test for the game under the name Project 56 back on September 2nd. But then just last week with the official reveal, they changed from Project 56
I mean, this looks
to
a lot like The
Ashfall,
Division.
the same name as the game that they were pitched
The way it
but
plays.
declined earlier in the year. The game, mind you, that still exists. It's in production. That other game, Ashfall, yeah, it's been around for a while. Now, I doubt that I'm going to be a fan of the other Ashfall either way because it's a blockchain Web3 based game, but nevertheless, pretty junky move on the part of NetEase and just another negative to tack onto this long list of stuff that suck about this game. You
And
might be
again,
wondering
you
kind of
just
what the
you see there goes like, ugh. This game feels nasty. It feels nasty because it's like, I don't know. They're like stealing from here, stealing from there. Listen, man, I don't wanna be like, forget it. I mean, I'm just gonna say, listen. I know it's developed by a Chinese publisher over there in China. They have like this is just a known thing. They have pretty open rules, or not rules, or I don't know. The guideline and like way over there is just take it, yoink it, and kind of make it yours. It's nasty. So then on top of that, they also have a reputation of quite literally putting out spyware. So yeah. And why would they get Hans Zimmer for something like this? Well, you have to legitimize it for an American audience, right? So like you put names on it, and that's not American, but a Western audience. So, but you get names on it that make people look away from its origins and from its from all the other shady shit that they're doing, like naming this game after another game that's already out or already in development, and then also, well, just straight up stealing assets from the game that they say they're inspired by. It feels nasty. It feels nasty. I'm gonna download it. It's already downloading. Gonna play it. I'm not gonna keep this thing on my computer though. I don't know if that makes any difference, but we're already too deep in sunken cost and all that. Okay.
Point of this video was like, hey, someone announced a bad game. Clearly it's going to be bad.
Kaz, I'm not sure if you understand. I don't know
well,
if it's like a he doesn't need them thing as opposed to like a, hey, here's like a couple $1 million to put your name on something. It's like, that, you know, that's, yeah, sure, why not?
Probably will check it out. Just a morbid curiosity. I promise I will not give them any money. I guarantee it's going to be free to play. But you put MMO on a game, out of general curiosity, I'm going to have to check it out. But then also it just goes to the fact, like I talked about at the top, there have been so many occasions where an idea for a game gets pitched, and ideas, names, and concept arts enough get me intrigued about the potential, and you get thinking about what this could possibly be. And the pitch that they had is a great pitch for a game. If they made that game but good, that would be awesome. If they made the game that I envisioned from seeing their concept art, that game could be awesome. But the game they made is just a garbage mobile game, and they're bringing it to PC because suckers like me will at least check it out. I do not want to give them any money though, so I am praying it doesn't have a base box price, because I want to see it. Just curiously, I want to see it, but I don't want to reward stuff like this because this is clearly a dumpster fire, even by phone game standards, okay? Like, there are some pretty high quality looking and playing phone games.
95%.
This doesn't even appear like it's going to be one of those. It's just a disappointment all around, and that's why
the integrity
together, because I was hopeful, and then,
dude, I think you can buy. There's a limit on your integrity, and it's a dollar amount.
Extremely let down. Even just the fact that like the Fallout logo stuff looks like,
and it's also on the situation. It's just a creative project.
Copyright
it's like
infringing possibly, and my friend was pointing out the fact
I don't
that
think your
there appear to
integrity
be
is
many
in that much
similarities
jeopardy.
to recent Final Fantasy
At least
remakes, and just a lot of other things.
At least in it being questioned, right? Like, it's a video game. It's a video game by a, you know, developer that obviously looks like they have enough money to develop something, quote unquote, AAA. A lot of money involved. Who's gonna come after Hans Zimmer for being tacked on as the sound guy, or as the music guy, or as the musician on? It's a win-win. It's a win-win at the end of the day.
And then stealing the name of a game that they turned down earlier in the year. All around, just a total dumpster fire. I had to talk about it.
Yeah, because if you're talking to me about integrity, do you think that Hans wanted to see the game and its quality before it came out? And what the hell? No.
To put this video together. Yeah, I don't know. I was just I had a moment of intrigue, of hope, and I was really, really disappointed with what it all turned out.
Wish this wasn't an MMO.
I wanted to share that with you guys. To share.
Well, then basically, don't you just wish it was Remnant? Don't they already have this game out? Like, isn't it already a thing? Look at it.
Papa needs some Luminite.
Third person. You got third person. Was that like steampunk type beat? I mean, there's no Eastern aesthetic, but it's got that run, gun, shoot, loot. Third person. Steampunk, kind of like electro, kind of.
The brain.
But also like medieval somehow. In fact, I actually, in the trailer that they showed, there's a monster similar to this. Like very, very similar to this. It's why I said that this Ashfall game looks like a Matrix type beat game. This looks like the game that... This looks like the game.
My God.
I don't know what it is that I just downloaded, but we're gonna find out. By the way, Kaz, did you even try it out? Did you test it? Did you test it? I think they said that this Ashfall game is inspired by Fallout, but I think that's more in quite literally just aesthetic. When you say you meant a new Fallout type game, I don't know what you mean because Ashfall doesn't even look like that. Did you test it though? Gameplay unlocks to huh? Oh no, I'm deleting this bullshit. I'm deleting this bullshit. Well, I'll open it, but this looks like fucking malware or some shit. I don't know. Yeah. Kaz, I think you might get too excited over some of these projects, man. I think you might be a little gullible, my man. Cause, dude, like this game doesn't look good, doesn't feel good, doesn't have a good story or background. It's pretty much just like I don't know, dog shit. What am I looking for? Okay, showing folder. Then you're talking about gameplay starts tomorrow, but the preload starts today. It's like. How the hell? What? Yeah, I should not have downloaded this right now. Could have been doing anything else. Where the fuck is the extracted file? Yeah, this is. Deleting it. Over it. And there's probably some malware, but that's what I get for just listening to the chat. Okay. That's done. Over with it. That's what preload means? Yeah, but like, why even bring that up? Like, who cares about the preload when we actually look at the story of the game and it's just a dog shit game? It's doo-doo. It's bad. Dookie. It's cheeks. It sucks. You know? You know what I mean? All right, that was like an hour of my life, or 30 minutes or so. Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? Could play GTA. Could play Dark Souls. I mean, I'll tune into anybody streaming that game just because now it's just I've seen it. Got to just see what it looks like, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't think that thing's gonna be all that. And plus, literally, just be careful. Like a lot of these Chinese developers. No, I mean Chinese developers are part and partial are connected to the Chinese government, and so just fair warning on that. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay. Let's play a game that works. I'm not pinning anything on you. It's just a sucky game. You just get really, really excited about sucky games. I'm starting to notice, Kaz. That's fine. Like you can't just get excited at the promises, man. You gotta actually sink your teeth into something. You know? You know what that means? Like Ashfall doesn't, it just doesn't even look like what is exciting about it? I don't know. All that gameplay was just you going down corridors and into arenas, and that's not a massive that's not that. But we'll see tomorrow, I guess. We will see tomorrow. My game needs to load. All right, we're gonna treat this game like an arcade game right now. We're gonna just run around and see what happens. Yeah. Probably just gonna play 1 or 2. Get out of here. All right. That's an assumption on your part. I already clarified why I'm playing it. Just got notified that the beta is exactly. So you're just playing it because you're okay. The only thing to excite you is that they have a beta, and I just think that's like a very low bar for why anybody should be like spreading the information of a game or like letting their friends come see and try to go test it out. When you say there's a preload, you're obviously saying, okay, well, hey man, preload starts today. This is exciting. This looks good. I already got it. You should get it too. Then when you look into it, you're like, oh, well, preload starts today, but this looks dog shit. Like, honestly. So I'm just failing to see, like, yes, there's a preload, and yes, you can get it now. And I would have kept it if it actually looked good, but it doesn't. Didn't finish my message. What do you mean? Just got notified that the beta is out. I want to know whether I want to play the full game from now. Well, you seem a lot more excited about it because you're saying like you want it to be this and you want it to be like you're saying like that's what I'm saying. You're saying that you want this game to be things that like what it's showing you on the trailer from what they've already put out. It's not that. It's not a single player. It's not Remnant, basically. And then you say that you want something that's more of a Fallout style or type, but there's no VATS. There's no real exploration. And the shooting was like abysmal. And Fallout games, I mean, the best ones came out more than 10 years ago. So if this game can't even have shooting on par with what it's inspired by, it's like, what? I don't know. It doesn't seem like this even should be something you should have downloaded. But, well, that's why I deleted it, so. Plus, stealing from Fallout. Plus, stealing from the other person that's making Ashfall. Plus, like, and yes, this is a negative, Chinese publisher. Because quite literally, that does have a good chance of being spyware. It's not even about, like, it just does. So it's just like, okay. I don't know. Have fun. I don't know. I'll check it out. Probably on a stream or something. I like games that are already out. That work. It just works. Okay, if I was a PMC, I know exactly where I'd go. Yeah, I know exactly where I'd go. Not even in extract. We're going to find players and murk them. A little bit of rubber banding there. Yeah, sorry, Kaz. I'm sorry if I'm being like rude or harsh about the game. I'm literally, dude, just enjoy it. And yeah, man. It, you know, it's only for you to enjoy, man. Whatever you eat does not make me shit. Know what I mean? Say that was a criticism of the game. Why are you so fixated on pinning hype on me when there is none? Dude, you came in talking about like, hey man, you should check this game out. And I did. That's hype. Game doesn't live up to it. Oh well. You know what I mean? Like that's all. It's not even something I would recommend, and I'm surprised that you did. That's all. I mean, it's like, you know. Any Spogilis? Telling you I'm not, and you're not. Okay, okay. So you're not hyping it up. All right. See, but that's the thing. It's like, if you're not hyping it up and you can say that yourself, then why do you need me to acknowledge that you're not? You know? I'm just telling you how I experienced your message. And then how I experienced the reality of what you were talking about. It was disappointing. It was a letdown. I mean, unless you're not the person who brought it up, you're the only person who I could say, well, Kaz, you know, that let me down. Like, that sucked. And why would I expect it to be anything else other than suck? Because you talked about it. Unless you just like things that suck, which then I can expect that and then have no expectation and just be like, well, that's Kaz. I mean, he's just going to recommend stuff that sucks, so I shouldn't even pay it any mind. I mean, that's another way to go about it, I guess. 36,000 rubles. Yeah, but I think we're just making a big deal out of nothing. It's, yeah, I don't know. Rubber bands. But what am I not taking your word on though, Kaz? I don't get it. Listen again, and exactly. So okay. So you want me to take your word, but you say, oh, well, you only said that there's a preload today. So what were you saying? That there's a preload? Well, you're bringing it up. Why would you bring it up? The only reason why people bring things up, in my opinion, right? Like, is it they have some significance? Okay. What's the significance here? Oh, well, the game must be good. This is what I assumed, right? So maybe I shouldn't assume that. Maybe you're just talking about games to talk about them. If that's the case, though, I do have to minimize or at least lower, like, kind of what I see as your opinion. Because it's like, if we're just talking about things to talk about them, it's like okay. Like, we can't just be putting all this significance to it. Yeah, if you're just chatting, right? Like, then, okay, I get it. I'll just have to, you know, not take that as seriously. But you can't have it both ways there. You can't say, well, take my word, and then the things you say end up just being totally unserious and or just, like, basically wastes of time. Like, cause I even asked you. I said, "Yo, Kaz, load it up. Can you see if the game's gonna be able to be played?" Right? Because I thought that it's when you said preload, I actually thought that you meant that the game was out, like there was some kind of beta. Because you could said, you know, you can preload the beta today. I mean, that's my fault, but I'm like, assuming, yo, like, can I play this? There's like, you know, I'm even downloading it quickly because of that. So, you know, it's just my fault. I should have just read deeper into what you were saying and just actually, what the hell? What? No, but that's my fault. Like, in terms of how I read your initial message, I got excited about it because, I don't know, man. When you message something in the chat, there's only so many things my attention can go to, right? So those things that you message in the chat, it's like I'm putting a lot of seriousness into them. And again, this is my fault. But I'm not going to do this anymore. Because sometimes you're just bullshitting. You're just chatting. And not, I mean, I shouldn't say bullshitting, but you're just chatting. Like, you're just chatting. So it's on me. I mean, it's, yeah. I usually hype them up explicitly. Yeah, regardless of what you do with games and like how you bring them up, I'm just not, there is no me taking your word more seriously when, you know, like, that's just not going to happen because the game that I just took seriously really looks bad. Or looks really bad. Just dying. All right. You know, one thing though I can say is just I don't like wasting time. Like I don't know. But you know, there's never really a waste of time. There's just lessons, right? Like there's just okay, next time somebody talks about a game that you can preload, number one, make sure that you can actually play the bloody thing, and then number two, make sure that it's good. All right? Oh well. All right, I'm gonna run my PMC on them. Wait, can I just go to labs? No, you need a key card. Lame. 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 No helm? No helm. Going for gear. Preload implies it's not. Yeah, like I said, it's my fault. I didn't know that. Like I didn't think about that in the moment. When you put the words preload and beta to my brain, it just went, "Oh, get it now." That's why I asked literally if you could play it. Yeah, it's my mistake. But yeah, Ashfall. It'll be great fun, I'm sure. Ashfall, yeah. Muchos extremos fun. Big fun. No, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Have some faith. I'm sure it'll be fun. It'll be a great time. Streets of Tarkov. Let's hope I don't get domed immediately. Actually can get some loot. Yeah, man. And by the way, Kaz, you even actually also said that I could just look this up, but you said something along the lines of if you register now, then you can play it. Um, I'm pretty sure you were trying to convince me that the game was able to be played in the moment. So, like, yeah, it's whatever. But what were you saying there? Because I don't even remember. I could look it up, but just remind me. Because why were you talking about pre-registering it to play or whatever? Like, what did that mean? Matching. No, I said it was a waste of time to download the game if you're not registered. I didn't say you're selling me. I wasn't giving you direction. I was giving you direction because you have already decided to give it a shot. Direction about no, but what was the direction? Direction towards what? To do what? Actually, let's just look up what you said. I mean, yeah. It's just, what you said. Pre-register, big button. Yeah, I think you need to sign up with your email. Otherwise, you just have an exe file. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. IDK. What does that even mean, though? Like, what do you mean? Seems, I don't know. I felt misled. Because initially we're talking about, like I just misunderstood it. But then it's like there was this like, okay, well, register to get more than the exe, and it just, I don't know, there was like a whole process into it. And at the end of the day, I think it's not even about being misled. It's just I just don't like the fact that I wasted my time there. I'm just mad at myself for having even downloaded it, looked into it, passed the video. Yeah, because stuff like that scares me, man. Like, I don't want to download something that's a fucking Bitcoin farmer or like a uh, information farmer, you know? Yeah, so it's a misunderstanding on my part. Nobody misled me. That's it. I don't blame you for anything, dude. Dudes is shooting. Okay, is it smart to go towards where I know PMCs are? Probably not. Spogili? What's the difference between playing PMC and Scav? Is that Gluhar's guard? Why am I getting submachine gun to death? PMCs are like regular players. Meaning, you get into the raid, everything's out to kill you. Scavs are a faction that the PMCs kill in the game. So when you play as one, many of the NPCs you see, like those guys right there, do not come to kill you. Where are you, boy? Come here. So if I was a scav, these guys wouldn't have started shooting me to begin with. Bag and bag. Two bogeys down. Pretty clean. Take these aviators. Aim of this game is just to fill up my bag and go. Fold. Might get shot in the dome. These are green tracer rounds. I really, really, really should not use this. Alright, they've nerfed scavs like crazy. Because if this was the beginning of the wipe, he would have stopped running like across the room and just dome my shit. I can say that for a fact. I don't really need these ammos actually. I'll take that though. Oh! Sheesh. Damn. Alright, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. A painkiller. Take that. Little nade. Take that. Popping that PK now. Okay. Oh yeah, with it. A bit of a chunky boy. Got some weight on me. Oh! God. I am out. Holy. Definitely started clicking. I was... Okay, that was close. Ooh, 20 gauge. I need 12. Right, well. Vaseline, useful. All right, let's go for the exit. All right, Cass. Peace, man. Courtyard, Sewer River, damaged house, Kilmoff Street. Courtyard, Sewer River, damaged house. Damaged house would be yonder. No, this is, that's, fuck, get out of the way. That is taxi. Dude. I'm bleeding. Oh, which one is Kilmoff Street? That's taxi. Wait, but I have rubles. I have rubles. I gotta try this. One. Hey, taxi's there. Holy crap. Is this my first time taking it? It will be. Holy. Run that. Run it, run it. All right. Gas. PP91 for next time? Yeah, they have arcaded out the scavs. Them dudes are bitches now. Makes sense. Oh man. Facts. Okay. I got a call to make. Hey. Yo, man. Last thing on it. Thank you, Kaz. Thank you. Did anybody else pull up today? No. Okay. Well, thank you, Kaz. Only chatter. Salute to anybody who passed through. Dude, all I can say is as a streamer, you're like just involved in so many different things at the same time with your attention. And so sometimes it can be hard to kind of gauge exactly what everything means, and take it like seriously, right? Sometimes I think it would be really good if the people who watched me kind of just sense that like maybe I don't understand exactly what it is you're fully talking about, and just kind of just worked with me. But I think I got to stream more so that people can understand when I don't understand or can just see it, because sometimes it's like, well, yeah, I only wish that because it just wastes a lot of time. Like, we're going around looking into stuff that at the end of the day we figure out is just I mean, it's nonsense. Like, it's not even worth our time, really, you know? I mean,
Ashfall is a new open world free-to-play MMORPG tap, but I would probably reward and loot traveling around this, making pay-to-win games a lot.
listen, man. My man said that you could preload this game, and I took that to mean that you could preload it and play it. That's of course not what preload means. It just means that you can download, and then when it's out, it comes out. And yeah, I got mad at him because I didn't understand. So I know it's a lot. It's too much for me to ask, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. I'm just gonna say, like, sometimes. And the reason why I didn't understand, I think, is because I'm so in the moment of wanting something else to do. I'm asking, oh, should I play this or should I play that? And then I'm getting told, oh, well, hey, you should check this out. And hey, also the preload is today. And it's like, it seems like that may be the next thing we're going to play. I guess I just needed that extra clarification of, okay, well, you can't play this today. And it wasn't, it's nobody's fault but mine. I should have just reread it, slowed down, and just, yeah. So I think I should have just slowed down. But I don't like, I have to say this too, I just don't like being pointed in the direction of things that, like, I don't know. This does not even look like I don't know. The lack of giant capybaras in games has been a serious issue. Glad these guys are trying to remedy the situation. Hey. This game is going to be sweet 6 months after its release. Hey, man, again, like, I just felt like Ashfall was something that I should not have been, after watching the video on it and getting all the information on it, its origin, the background story of it, I just felt like even preloading it was a waste of time, because it's like, I'm probably not even going to want to play this game. And then on top of that, it's just, I can't even play this game right now. So then there was just this kind of like in my brain, I was misunderstood, and I just misunderstood the situation. And so I guess I wish I didn't fall into the trap of even looking it up. Should have just, and I think the lesson here is just stay doing what you're doing. So like initially, before I had gotten into that, I was thinking about either playing Dark Souls 2 or Grand Theft Auto. Should have just picked one of those and moved on. And any information that you wanted to give me, or that anybody wanted to tell me about this game, you could have just told me. You could have just said, hey, here's the information about it. What the hell?
Hey, Live Speedy fans, I want to give y'all a quick update. I'm update y'all like every 2 days in a day. But right now, I am currently hospitalized still, and I'm taking the toilet, I'm taking the shit.
I hope that young man gets better. But yeah. So all in all, I messed up. Right? I messed up in understanding what was right in front of me. I messed up in taking things from chat too seriously and taking them to mean more than what they are. I'll be better about this. You know, you have to just understand it, and a lot of the times just move on. Just move on. Because it just gets you into this pit of like, why am I even searching this up? Well, I'm searching it up because okay, whatever. Regardless of why I'm searching it up, this is my stream. So just run your stream. I think that's like the whole, like the learning lesson of today. So yeah, I'm gonna get off. I am out of here. No GTA today. Maybe some tomorrow. Gotta make some calls too. Wish me luck. This call is actually for a new job. So, yeah, man. All right. Bye bye.